Alright, hopefully you've been learning something from the Khan Academy videos. I noticed that this particular situation wasn't really shown on the Khan Academy videos, so I just want to go over it with you. We have three numbers here that are being added up. They're not just any old numbers, they're called mixed numbers. Okay? So the way to start off doing a question like this would be to change each of these mixed numbers into improper fractions, just like Sal told you on the Khan Academy. So let's do that really quickly here. 6 times 2 is 12. Add the top, you get 13. What do you do with the bottom? You keep the bottom a 2, just like this one's a 2. Keep it the same. Okay, the next one. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16, over 5. And the last one, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay. Now, do we just add the tops and go for it? No, we do not. You're right. What we have to do is find a lowest common denominator. Sometimes teachers call it the LCD, lowest common denominator. One way of doing that is to look at the biggest number down here, the 5, and say, okay, can all the numbers at the bottom go into 5? Well, 4 does not go nicely into 5. Neither does 2. So we keep going. What's 5 times 2? 10. Can any of these go into 10? Well, 2 goes nicely into 10. 5 goes into 10, but not 4. So we've got to keep going. 5 times 2 is 10, so 5 times 3 is 15. 2 does not work. 5 works. 4 does not work. So we've got to keep going. 5 times 3 was 15. 5 times 4 is 20. Can 4 go into 20? Well, 4 times 5 would be 20. That works. What would 5 have to times by to become 20? Oops, it looks like I have a decimal there. Not supposed to look like that. Anyway, 5 times 4 is 20. What about the 2? Well, 2 times 10 is 20. All of these numbers down here can multiply to become a 20. So 20 is our lowest common denominator. So let's go back here and say, well, whatever you do to the bottom, you also have to do to the top. You have to times the top by 5. You have to times this 16 by 4. You have to times this top over here by 10. It's going to be some big numbers up there. All right, so on the bottom, we've got 20. Let's write that in. All right, so on the top, 13 times 10 is 130. 16 times 4, you can use your calculator if you want. I get 64. And over here, 11 times 5 I know is 55. Now can we just add this thing up on top? Yes, we can. Remember, when you add up, the denominator stays the same, and just add the top. So 130 plus 64 plus 55, we get 249 over 20. Well, that is our answer. The only problem is we should really express this answer as a mixed fraction. So we got to think a little bit here. 20 times what is really close to 249? With a little bit of calculator work, I can see that 12 times 20, so 12 times 20 would give us 240. How much more do we need to get 249? We need 9. This is now a mixed fraction, and it's also our answer. Bit of a toughie, and that's why we had to take it on ourselves here. All right, feel free to pause and watch this again if you're totally confused. Good luck.